Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of the Elation Coffee Break. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome from the Elation Studios here in Kerkrade. We are the Mondrian brothers streaming live for you from our European headquarters. This is Alistair, my name is Frederick, and today we got a very special episode of the Elation Coffee Break for you. Of course, it's about coffee today, but it's so much more about colors, as you can see. So we would like to welcome you to leave us any comment about your favorite colors and, of course, about your favorite type of coffee. Enjoy the next coming minutes.
Okay, so over the past few months, we've been releasing a lot of new products as part of the Magmatic Effects family. So these are atmospheric and effects products engineered by professionals but built to last. So we have the Magma series of high-output water-based hazers, the Thermatic range of ruggedized oil-based hazers for long-lasting performance. We have the Polar range of powerful snow machines. And finally, we've released the Rocket series of CO2 cryogenic type simulated fog effects with a high-output LED array. Today, however, we're going to focus on the Prisma range. So this is a new generation of advanced UV LED lighting products, changing the quality of UV light projection while making it easier for designers and production houses to implement UV light into their projects. So it combines high UV output, a weatherized design, and innovative control options, making this range ideal for nightclubs and EDM events, amusement and theme parks, art galleries, museums, signage, or any other production with a UV element involved. And don't forget, it's coming up to Halloween as well. So let's have a look at an overview of the main features and facts that all of the products share before we look at each product individually. So firstly, and most importantly, the LEDs themselves. So Prisma has a true 365 nanometer wavelength UV output with those efficient LEDs. So we use high quality medical grade LEDs that emit UV light in that very specific wavelength. So no visible light is actually seen. And really it's just the material glows bright with bright vivid colors, as you can see. So other products in our industry, sometimes you use a higher wavelength, for example, 400 nanometers. So this actually is where the visible spectrum and the UV spectrum meet. So therefore, the UV can often look blue or a purple sort of tone and not true UV like you see here.
Another big advantage of our LEDs, and this is for all our products where we use LED, we use very, very high efficient LEDs. So that means by the end of the day, less wattage, less power consumption, but still more output. And this is due to the high quality of the LEDs and the very, very special optics we use in all our products. So we would like to welcome you always to compare the lumen output, and then you will definitely see there's a huge difference. And talking about it, the LEDs we're using here are of a very high medical grade. So what you will experience today is really the true UV lighting.
Okay, and all the products are, of course, IP65 rated. So they're rugged but yet sleek with a fanless design. So this means they can be used in even the most challenging environments. But they remain compact, lightweight, and easy to handle. Our IP65 pedigree at Elation shines through once again, really. This is really our expertise at providing units that perform best within a multi-environment use.
Yeah, IP65 is really the thing what we're talking about almost every time we come to you live, because when you see those products here, you don't have to worry about maintenance anymore. None of those products have fans, so the big advantage here is you don't need to clean the fans. Often you have a challenge cleaning them, and you need to make sure they always run and there's no dust covering the fans. So in this case, we don't have any fans built in. Those products are waterproof and dustproof, so wherever you install them, you don't need to worry about cleaning. You just take some water, wash the dust off, wash the dirt off, or if you use them in a bar or nightclub, you just wash the beer off. Very, very easy with some water. Or for rental companies, the big advantage is for sure that you don't have to worry about cleaning anymore. Just take some water and you can rent them out very, very fast.
And of course, a variety of beam angles are offered to allow for a narrow to a wide, long throw performance for these fixtures. So the products punch well above their weight with that high LED output combined with dynamic beam angles. So the LED lenses we actually use are special silicone UV resistive lenses too. Most products out there have plastic lenses that sort of degrade and brown over time. Ours are chosen to last for many years, so these are affordable UV products, but they're definitely built to last, and they're not going to become obsolete very quickly. And of course, the units are easy to control. An onboard LCD touch panel allows manual control and instant access to change settings. And a variety of DMX modes allows simple control right through to full access to all parameters. So the units also have RDM as well as standard.
Very interesting feature on those machines is that they really hold the last stand or the last information you put in. So if you do not want to use a DMX controller, if you really want to use them standalone, you just install them, put the settings into the menu, and all the information are stored. Even in case of power loss, or you power them on or recycle them again, not a problem. You really have all the information stored in, and they will just work the way you programmed them.
Okay, and as with all Elation products, software has been perfected to give further functionality as well, such as the usual dimming modes, dimming curves, LED refresh rates, and impactful and dramatic strobing.
Big advantage of the LED refresh rate is, of course, again, the streaming. So wherever you use them in a TV studio or in a streaming environment like we have it here, you can easily adjust the LED refresh rate, and that makes sure there's no flickering at all when camera is in use.
And physical and exterior aspects of the fixtures. So they have rugged aluminium housings that have been engineered to accommodate these reliable IP65 connections for power and for DMX. And we also have a power out connection that allows for multiple power linking. And of course, we have dual yokes and brackets, and we have various mounting holes as well to allow for either temporary deployment or for the most permanent of installations. And finally, we have optional black glass filters for all products, which creates a complete blackout effect and only shows you the UV rays, allowing them to penetrate. So these install within seconds and allow the fixture to be even more discreet, for example, on a theme park ride or an attraction. So it's probably time to have a look at some products. So firstly, we'll have a look at the washes. So we have the Prisma Wash 100 and Prisma Wash 25. So these units have a scoop LED reflector design inside that allows for a 90 and a 25 degree beam angles respectively. And the efficient output with no loss of that LED power. But it also allows a nice even field as well. So as you can see, there's no hotspots, and both have an array of 38 of these 2-watt LEDs. So I think we're going to have a little look at the dimming first of all. So for example, this is the S curve, which is one of our more popular and dynamic sort of curves. So this is a 6-second fade down using that curve. So as you can see, it's pretty seamless, no stepping whatsoever. And of course, let's look at the physical aspects of the unit as well. So the unit sits very stable on its base for placement in discrete locations, indoor or out. And of course, the included Omega bracket allows you to put on the clamp of your choice and hang the fixtures in any orientation. You also have manual positioning of the tilt as well, which is 220 degrees to play with. And at just over 8 kilograms, the units can be deployed quickly and with that power out or through connection on board. That means there's less cabling and neater cabling and less distro used.
Those units are perfectly made for rental companies which want to have the UV lights in their portfolio. But of course, they're also made for any kind of large stage, for a fixed install in a theme park, wherever you just need a lot of punch, a lot of output, and a long-lasting product which has no fans at all, easy to maintain. So those product is the right choice for a wide area wash with a lot of output.
Okay, so next up, let's have a look at the Prisma Par 20 and 50. So these feature a 20 and a 50 degree angle respectively. So the Par 20 uses 12 of those 2-watt LEDs, whilst the Par 50 gives a little more kick by using 16 of them to get to enhance that wider beam. Let's have a brief look at the strobing on these two fixtures, which that's a quite slow strobe, but of course it can be as high as you want, as fast as you want, really. Okay. And of course, the dual yokes on the fixtures with mounting holes allow any positioning you desire, so that they can be on the floor or they can be flown. Okay, and now we shall move to these small fixtures.
Those fixtures you have just seen are, of course, made for any kind of fixed installation as well, but also for clubs and discotheques, because they offer a very nice round punch with a nice beam angle. And the ones we're showing you right now are like the very versatile small units of our UV lighting.
Indeed, so this is the Prisma Mini Par 20, the Mini Par 45 and the Mini Bar 20. So these units are IP65 too, of course, but indoors or out are really designed to be discreetly installed where needed. So everything we've seen so far takes direct 240 volt mains power. These fixtures, however, are low voltage and they get their power and data from this Prisma Driver 8. But we will come back to this little box in just a few moments. So the Mini Par 45 and 20, they both use 7 of these now familiar 2-watt LEDs, but as you've guessed it, with a 45 and a 20 degree beam angle. So despite being less than 15 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters deep, they still pack a punch. And the Mini Bar 20, that brings back that scoop reflector that we mentioned a few moments ago to harness every bit of that UV light for this 48 centimeter wide and 11 centimeter deep fixture to powerfully create columns of beautiful UV. But for all three fixtures, the small yokes or brackets have several mounting holes for precise installation. And of course, all three types are air cooled, so there's no fans. These little units can be neither seen nor heard.
And the big advantage also for those small units is they fit almost everywhere. Sometimes you just have a situation, if it's a cruise ship or if it's a fixed install, where you don't have enough room or enough space to mount bigger fixtures. So those ones deliver enough output, but still they're very, very compact, because the big advantage in this case is there's no power supply built in. We have an external power supply being able to power up to 8 of those units. And so they're perfect for fixed installs. And yeah, I need to mention it again, there are no fans installed, so maintenance is very, very easy, because you just clean them with a little bit of water and you don't have to worry about any fans of the cooling system.
So as Freddie was holding the units up there, you can see each of the mini fixtures actually come with a 9-foot trailing lead, or 2.7 meters to some of you. So these keep that crucial IP65 rating, and these connect directly into the back of the Prisma Driver 8. So let's get back to the Prisma Driver 8. So this is an easy-to-use 48-volt DC driver system, which provides individual DMX control, like Freddie says, of up to 8 of any combination of these 3 types of mini fixture. And of course, it can do RDM2 as standard, plus it has ArtNet protocol support. Various DMX modes exist, allowing for basic control of intensity of the 8 connected fixtures, or full control of everything, so that brings back in those dimming modes and dimming curves, and also the strobe capability. Physically, as you can see as well, it has keyhole slots for wall and surface mounting. The DMX and power is linking multiple units together as well, of course. And the onboard 4-button display allows easy configuration of settings, including LED refresh rates for film and TV use, and of course complete manual control of anything connected to it. So I'm not seeing any questions coming in today, and that almost covers the Prisma UV lighting portfolio. But like we said at the beginning, It is part of the Magmatic family of atmospheric and FX products. So hopefully we'll cover more of those fixtures very soon in future live streams. But in the meantime, go to elationlighting.eu for any more information on these fixtures that you've seen today. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we got the units in stock. They're shipping. If you want to take a closer look, like we just mentioned, you got it online or contact your local distributor for a little test or demo of the product. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure to be with you again. And the Mondrian brothers say goodbye. We hope to see you very, very soon for the next episode of the Elation Coffee Break. Have a wonderful day. Leave us a comment below and take care.
Bye, guys.